Hey Aquarius, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to your July reading. Yes, I am showing my face and doing something different. I hope you like. All right, let's go. I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light and divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Aquarius Collective need to know for the first half of July? So when I was meditating on your energy, I heard like fish fresh out of water. I heard breathing underwater. I feel like there's like a unique skill. I feel like it's a tangible thing that's happening. You might be tapping into new skills. It could be psychic abilities, or it could just be a hidden talent, and you might be showcasing that. It might have been hidden from you or just from other people. So it's like, some of you guys, you might, let's say you're in a new position where you have to exercise a different side of yourself. Let's say if you got promoted to manager, and now you have to manage a team for the first time. It's like moving into that. It's like doing something that you weren't doing before. But it's something that you're competent at. But you have to get acclimated to this new energy, this new position. Whatever this thing is, sorry. Whatever this thing is, you run the risk of kind of overthinking it, but it's something that you're meant to do. If you just relax and go with the flow of whatever this new position is, you'll realize that you're born to do it. Okay, you're born to be in that type of position, and you have all the ingredients and experience or whatever it is to actually be very good at this thing. Okay, so keep that in mind, because I do have the feeling, of like a lot of unnecessary overthinking, okay, for something that you can do just naturally. It's like a natural talent, a natural gift, all right, but you might be overthinking it, but it's new for you. You're finally getting to explore it, even though it's something natural. It might have been a latent ability. All right, you get the point. All right, so we have reassess come out. Either way, it feels very exciting. We have reassess and we have say no. We're going to see why this is coming out, because I'm feeling this very excited. Oh, okay. All right, so as you're stepping into this new thing, you're going to have to move in a different way. So let's say you were working in one company. You were working in a company, and you were of a lower position, lower in the hierarchy, and then you went up on a hierarchy, and now you have a management position. The way you interacted with your coworkers before, you can't do the same in that position as a manager. Like if you're managing them, you can't interact with them in the same way. So there's a need for you to set boundaries, different boundaries, because of this new position that you find yourself in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what other position it could be besides career. I just feel like it's something tangible. If this is like a love thing, then if you're newly finding yourself, if you've been single for a long time and now you're newly finding yourself in love, then it's like trying to acclimate to those waters. Like, oh, how do I live with this person? How do I love this person? What do they like? Things like that. If you're newly single, then it's getting acclimated to those waters. Okay, I gotta go back on a dating scene. What do I like being single now? It's that's the energy that's there. But either way, it's exciting, and it's something that you're on track. I'm getting the feeling like you're on track. I'm feeling more of like stepping onto your path. Okay, I did throw in the love interest idea, but I'm feeling more so like this is a tangible skill that can give you a financial gain, which is great. All right, excuse me. Whew. Okay. Ace of Wands and Nine of Swords. Yeah, that overthinking. You have to stop overthinking this new path of passion that's opened up. Yeah, I feel like it's a path of passion that is opened up for you, and it's exciting. But because of that, and it's because it's new, you're overthinking it. And you really do not need to. Like, if you just go with the flow, you'll naturally say the right things. You'll naturally do the right things. You'll naturally move in the right way. That's what I'm getting. It's something like it's an element. You're in your element and you don't realize it yet. That's awesome. Okay. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you have the high ground here. This is great. Don't overthink. With the Nine of Swords, do not overthink. You're in your element. You're right. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. It feels uncomfortable, but it's only because you might have been living below your potential. Okay, so with that being said, congratulations if you find yourself, if this is resonating so far, because now you are living on the path of your potential. That's amazing. All right. I do remember that previous Aquarius reading was like letting your weirdo shine, you know? So some of you guys are stepping onto the path, being more authentic with yourself. Being more authentic and showing the world who you are, and in turn you're inspiring others, okay? All right, let's go. You have the Page of Swords coming out in reverse. Page of Wands, Four of Coins. All right, so yeah, you're going to have to let go of some old ways of being. Okay, this new path of passion, this new position that you find yourself in, where you're more exalted than usual. Now, I will say this. I was supposed to do the Leo reading, right? And then the Aquarius came in. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing Aquarius. And I'm not doing fire signs. So sorry, fire signs. I did try. You guys might be carrying a little bit of that fire Leo energy. You might find yourself exalted, okay, or in the spotlight. You know, you might have more people looking at you. I mean, I definitely feel that. That was the case with the last reading, okay? But with that comes a certain level of responsibility. It comes with a certain level of boundaries, new boundaries, and that you need to set. Okay. I don't know what other way to, what other position or situation. Its energy is so scattered. It's so scattered. I don't know what other way to, what other situation would apply to this. I keep feeling like it's something that'll bring monetary gain. It's a new position. Okay, let's say if it's a family dynamic, you find yourself exalted in the family dynamic, or now you became a leader, or it's something like that where you have more eyes on you. So you have to protect your energy more. Boom, protect your energy. All right. That was a roundabout way, but we finally got there. Okay. This energy is so scattered. Wow. All right, why is this Page of Wands here? There's a new thought process that needs to come about. All right, so with this new position, this new thing, this new place, vibration that you find yourself in, this new energy you find yourself in, it's shifting the people around you, right? There's a certain pressure that's coming with that, with needing to protect your energy more, and setting these boundaries. That part is a burden. Like, it's that responsibility. Like, if you have if you have a baby on the way, all right, and your baby was just born, now you're like, oh man, it's not just me now. Okay, I gotta think about my baby now, you know. And it's a new way, you know, you're being watched by your kids, you know. It's a new way of having to move in the world, and you're feeling a little bit of pressure. Yeah. All right. Why is this Page of Wands here? But you need to shift your perspective on that, because if you're like a new parent, and you find yourself resonating with this, you would be a really good parent. You know, it's that type of energy. Whatever new position you're in, there's no need to overthink, because you're very competent in whatever it is that you're doing right now. You just don't know that this is your element yet, because it's just a new element. Okay, this can be like, this feels like death and rebirth energy, where you're in like uncharted, unfamiliar territory. You're just like, what am I looking at? What am I experiencing? But it's exciting. This is a good uncharted territory. All right, whatever this is. There's a desire to hold on to the old way of being, because it's comfortable, even though it wasn't your fullest potential, but it was what you were comfortable being. If you were used to dumbing down, and now you're you're being put in a position that allows you to showcase your intelligence or whatever the case is. It might feel uncomfortable, even though that's a great change. It might feel uncomfortable because you're used to being in the shadows. Okay? Living below the potential. Some security and comfort with that came with that, with not showcasing all of your colors, not showcasing all of your spirit. And now your spirit is shining it like, and there it's yeah, with that it's like you're getting more eyes on you. And it's just like, what's that? What are you doing? Why are you giving me attention? What are you talking about? Who's this? What, you know? And it's something. It might have been something sacred. I'm saying that because I'm looking at this Four of Coins here. I feel the energy of like, it's something that was like sacred to you. Okay, and now you have to kind of share it with the world. It was something that you were comfortable just knowing for yourself or just having to yourself. Now, this can be privacy. You know, if you're stepping into a new relationship, you had this privacy. You had this me time. And now you're going into a relationship where you just have to kind of give up some of that. All right. There's an inclination to hold on to the piece of the old you that wasn't really living up to who you actually are. All right. That's going to be a bit of a transition there for you. Why is this Page of Wands here? It's only because you don't feel like you're quite in your element yet. You're becoming a new person, all right? And in this in-between stage is just a little bit awkward and wonky, all right? I feel like you'll have people supporting you on this path, for sure, okay? Like, yes, there'll be people who'll be watching quietly, but I do feel like there'll be people supporting, guiding, maybe mentors coming on board. Let's see what else is going on here. Alright, so with this, you're being pushed into a position where you have more responsibility, and it's uncomfortable. That level of responsibility is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable as you go through that transition. That's fine. You might start looking at it as a little bit of a burden. Okay, but there's a need to shift your perspective on how you're looking at this. It's not a burden, okay? It's your element. Shining your light does come with its new responsibilities, for sure. And if this is just like a spiritual thing where you're awakening, that comes with a certain level of responsibility, right? If it comes with, if this is about intuitive abilities coming online, now you have the responsibility to possibly use this to help others, right? That's a responsibility that you're like, oh, I didn't ask for this. You know, that's the energy that I'm feeling, but it's something that your soul, it really makes your soul happy. It's nourishing to your soul. You just don't realize it yet. All right. Why is this Moon card here? Once it comes to light and you realize, oh, I have everything in me to actually do this. If you were questioning that you can be a good parent, and then you realize how naturally you move with your child, you realize the instinct came in naturally. Then you're just like, that needs to come up. It's going to be a moment of truth where you realize, oh, I am supposed to be here, and it no longer feels like a burden. It feels like, yeah. I feel like myself. You know, that's what's happening here. It's that breakthrough that's about to come through with the Two of Swords and the Moon. Right now, you don't realize that you have all the pieces of the puzzle to actually pull this off. Why is Six of Wands here? So you have the Tower card coming out. Oh, excuse the background noise. You have the Tower card coming out with the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and a Nine of Wands. So it's going to be a bit of an epiphany for you. I don't know where you guys are. This is a general reading, so I don't know where you guys are on this timeline here. But that breakthrough is going to be an epiphany for you that's going to change everything. It's going to make you look at your past differently. It's going to make you look at your old self differently. You're going to realize how colorless your life was compared to what it is now, or what it is when this comes about, okay? Once you get in this element, you'll realize, like breathing underwater, right? That's what I heard. Which is something that you thought you couldn't do. And then once you go underwater and you realize, oh, I can breathe underwater, then you're just like, what was I doing on land all this time? You know, that's what I'm feeling. You're going to have this moment of epiphany, like, whoa, what was I doing all this time? Like, shit. Oops, what a waste. But it's not a waste, right? Everything that you've learned on land, metaphorically speaking, helped you, it guided you, it trained you for you to breathe underwater, okay? Whatever past experiences that you had, it trained you for this moment right here. I feel like you guys are getting on the exact path that you're supposed to be on, which is pretty, this is pretty intense. All right, cool. You do have the Three of Swords here coming out. Many people will be affected by this, okay? Some people, you'll get support, but then you'll get some people who won't be as supportive. That's just natural. It might hurt people in the process a little bit, all right? It's because you're stepping away with this new way of being. Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been getting a lot of downloads this morning, so I guess it's just channeling right now. Okay. Once you get this epiphany, of, oh man, I've been living in the wrong element all this time. And then you start reflecting on that element that you were living in, the old life that you were living, and the people that were in that element, and you're like, oh, that is not my people. You know, that's going to be a little bit of heartbreak. I mean, it's going to be a transition, okay? So just be mindful of that. It's a whole lot of releasing that's going to happen with this. Just like if you're going through an awakening, a spiritual awakening, you're not going to gravitate to the same people anymore, okay? Your foundation has shifted. Your core shifts, you know, and it seems like this is a core shift that happens. As you step onto your authentic path, you realize you were on a wrong path with the wrong people all this time. And now you know what authenticity feels like. You know what your soul purpose feels like. And now you're like, okay, well, that is paling in comparison to what I'm experiencing now. If you're in a new relationship and you're like, okay, well, I thought I was in love back then. You know, sometimes when you get in relationships, you're like, was I ever in love? Because the love that I'm feeling right now is amazing. And it's that type of feeling. It's like having high quality chocolate for the first time, and you spent your whole life eating Hershey's. And you thought Hershey's was the best thing in the world, and then you say you have like Max Brenner or Godiva chocolate, and you're like, oh, this is chocolate. What was I eating before? You know, that's what's happening. It's like the world is opening up to you. You realize that you are living far below the potential, and the life that you were living was a little bit bland in comparison to what it's going to be or what it currently is. I feel like you don't realize that part yet, but that's going to be a major tower moment. That sounds like an amazing tower moment, but it's going to change the way you look at things. It's going to change the way you look at yourself. You might just have a completely personality shift. I really feel like it's like a new person coming online. That's weird. All right, that was a weird thing to say, but that's what I feel. Like you were living a 1.0 version of yourself, and now you're becoming a 2.0 version. Okay? Wow, that's beautiful. Okay. Oh, we're at 19. Okay. What are the blockages here? Wow. It feels so liberating. It feels so good. It feels I feel so positive. Oh, this is beautiful. And I love the past Aquarius reading too. This is beautiful. It's like someone soaring. I'm seeing an eagle soaring. Aw. Alright, what's the blockage? I almost want to cry. I don't know. Oh. I feel like the breakthrough is going to be so intense. Oh, jeez. I didn't consider this part. I didn't consider the fact that I'll be doing readings showing my face, and like, so you're going to see the emotions when it come out, because I get very emotional with these readings. Whether I get very happy or very angry or very sad. Ugh, now I'm going to be crying on camera. This sucks. Okay. But the blockage, Four of Wands in reverse, okay? We have the Four of Wands in reverse. It's time to let go of the old foundation. The old ideas of happy home energy. The old ideas of certain friendships. You know, certain friendships are going to fall apart. Certain foundations are going to fall apart, all right? Because you're stepping into this Empress energy, whether you're a masculine or a feminine energy. I feel like this is, this will be, whether you're male or female, the reason why the Empress is coming out is because you are being, you're using your intuition to navigate this this uncharted territory. That's the energy that you should be embodying. Listening more, getting more intuitive downloads, moving more intuitively, as far as technically, okay? For example, like, let's say if you step into, I'm just going to jump to CEO position, right? Even if you feel like you don't know the technical aspects of it, you could trust your intuition to make the perfect decisions, because you actually have the wisdom, and you have the thought process, the way your brain works. It's for exactly what you're doing. So you could trust your intuition in this new waters, whatever it is, but keep that channel open for you to follow your intuition here. There's certain things where, you know, people can learn the technical aspects of things, but, you know, then there's people who intuitively get the nature of an energy, right? And it seems like that's what's happening here. You guys get the nature of this beast, this whatever this is. You get the nature of this energy, this position that you're being put in, because it's your position. That's why. Don't overthink it. But we do have all this, like, five. It's going to be a little bit of a transition, though, okay? With the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, obviously there are some technical aspects that you would have to learn or whatever, but I feel like this is more like a mental conflict that's going to come about just because it's new waters, and you've been used to living in one way for so long. This is more about confidence, okay? There's no need to overthink, all right? As I mentioned, whatever position you're being put in, it's your position. It was something you're born to do. All right? What are they failing to see? What are they failing to see? Two of Coins. Yeah, you're juggling, like, am I even right? Okay. Imposter syndrome. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. It's a little bit of imposter syndrome. You might feel like, I don't deserve this, okay? I don't deserve this this position. I haven't worked as hard as Bob. But you're not realizing that you were put in this position, whether it's an actual job position by a boss. If it's by a boss, and you had a boss who saw something in you that you didn't, saw you had a natural knack for something, and that you were perfect for this specific position. If it's more of being awakened and getting these spiritual abilities, obviously spirit knows what your abilities are, and what your soul is here to do, even if you aren't aware of it yet. So don't feel like you can't do something. There's a need to be more confident and know that you're in your element, but that's going to be a process. So don't rush through it. I mean, if you want to find solace in this by this reading, that'll be great. But it's still going to be moments where you feel defeated, where you're like, what am I doing here? Like, especially because it's new energy, you're probably gonna make some mistakes. That's just how it is. But don't allow that to deflate you. You are actually very much on your path. You're supposed to be doing this, and it's gonna bring you emotional fulfillment with the Ten of Cups. What else are they failing to see? You're failing to see that it's going to give you emotional fulfillment. You're failing to see that this is your soul. This is what your soul wants. This is what you decided to do when you got here. Wow, yeah, the death and rebirth energy. You're about to be a brand new person. Whew. What's advice? Please go with the flow. Go with the flow here. You have the Eight of Wands coming out. With the High Priestess, yeah. Once again, these water, this water energy, okay? I keep feeling like, you know, I'm keep getting these water metaphors. Please go with the flow. Just go with it. It can be easy. This could be a very easy process. It will be easy once you get over the, oh my God, am I supposed to do this? Am I right for this position? Why me? You know, once you get over all that, you get over the blunders, it'll be smooth sailing. Like you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And whoever needed this confirmation, here you are. This is beautiful, all right? It did come out upright. I mean, in reverse, the Eight of Wands with the High Priestess, because there's still some knowledge to unlock, some intuitive knowledge to unlock, and that's that Tower moment. That moment of truth where you realize it clicks for you, where you realize you're home. Oh my God. God. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, I didn't plan for this. This is definitely an exercise in vulnerability. This is why I started showing my face on camera. I just didn't know that this type of thing would happen. I didn't consider that part. Okay. But you got the message there. You're going to feel at home. Oh, it feels so profound. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. You guys are seeing me in raw form right now. Okay. Look at that. Owl spirit. Oh, I'm all messed up now. I'm all messed up. Okay, owl spirit. Trust in the great, oh, fuck. You see clearly now. Trust in a great mystery. Well, spirit, okay? Your intuition's on point here. Please trust it. Vulture spirit. Once you have that moment of truth and you realize all this time you were not home, you felt... you might have felt like this has soul tribe energy coming in too. Like I said, I feel like you're gonna find support, and this support will be your soul family. If you felt like you met your soul family before, it'll be clear that it'll be clear that that was not your soul family at all once you meet your soul family. If you felt like you were in a good job before, or you loved what you did before, it's going to be a moment of truth that's going to make you realize I was not on my path, you know. But do not, once again, I think I said this in the beginning, be compassionate with yourself when you have this moment of truth. It wasn't a waste of time. It was a training ground so that you can be right here where you are right now. This is too much. I'm about to end this reading. Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race, okay? It's going to be a process. Going back and forth about this, the imposter syndrome, the liberation, is them just feeling it. It just feels like a totally different person coming about. I'm gonna have to end this reading short. I have to cut it short. This is crazy. But you guys got it. Be patient with yourself. Whew, thank you. Be patient with yourself as this happens. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a process for you. And because it's going to be a lot of things that has to be unpacked, a lot of like old programming that's going to be unpacked and dropped off, because you were living in like I said, like a 1.0 version. So now you have to let go of the 1.0 version thinking, the 1.0 lifestyle, the 1.0 circle, social circle, as you step into 2.0. That's going to be a bit of a process, okay? It's going to be a bit of a journey for you, okay? So just allow for this. It might be a couple of months before you get acclimated to these waters, whatever this is for you. But you will feel like you're finally where you're supposed to be. If you have a love that makes you feel like this, I don't think this is a love reading. But shit, if this a love, oh my gosh, then this is just amazing. But I don't feel like that's what it is. I feel like this is more of an internal process. This is just a personal feat. This is your emotional development, your soul's development, okay? Reach for the stars. That's where you're going, okay? You're shining. You're going to be shining more than you have been. It might feel uncomfortable to shine in this way, whatever this is, or to have this new level of shine for yourself, or for you to show yourself in the way that that you're being led to. But it's authentic, and it's what you're supposed to be. It's what you're supposed to do. All right, guys. Whew. Okay. Next time, don't make me cry. Thank you. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tara on Heal. I wish you the very best. Check out the full moon and Capricorn reading. It should be popping up now. I do personal readings. Check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, please check that out as well. The Patreon link below. All right, thank you. Until we meet again. Peace.